I'm totally stoked.
Hey, pardon me. Hey, like, who is you? Phones all around me and I'm drunk, I don't know who to do. A pair of twins and I can't see, so fuck it. I'm like, who is who? My younger me will probably be so proud of who I grew into. Bitches throwing ass in circles, look like it's a hula hoop. Got a big chopper, big knots that shoot like doo-doo-doo. Been getting guap and fucking hoes.
And welcome to The Spill, where you can keep your yak on chill, where we explore the stories behind the music and the artists, shaping the soundtrack of our lives. Today, we're honored to sit down with a true, versatile musician, a proud graduate of a prestige Berklee College of Music, Herschel Williams III. Yeah. We in the building. You know what I'm saying? How I feel to be here.
Nephew, man. Good to see you. I want to say before we even start, man, I'm so proud of you, bro. You know, you like my son that I never had.
Man, I swear.
Yeah, and let's do it, man. Let's see what you're talking about.
Man, look, we can get straight to it, man. What got you into the music? Like, what originated you to, you know what I'm saying, your love for it?
I think for me, it was a gift that God just handed me at a young age. And coming from a musical family, like as you know, your grandfather plays organ.
Mm-hmm.
My mom sang, your mom sang, my brother sang. So it just seemed like it was in the car.
You're genetic, honestly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's in the blood. It's in the blood.
It's crazy because I did kind of like the same thing. Just picked up the sticks and it was just my thing. I just can't even see myself even playing another instrument. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It feels weird to even think that I could have played anything else. You know?
Yeah. And then growing up in church, it's like second nature that you just sit around and you watch and then you just copy what you learn. So yeah.
Okay. And another thing, how could I put this? What made you decide to end up going to Berklee? Because you were staying up here in the Midwest, and that's over there on the whole other side of the world. Was that scary for you, or what was that for? How was that like for you? Your process?
Well, the origin story of that was actually my wife Carmen applied to go to Harvard.
Yeah, shout out Carmen. That's the brains. That's you know what I'm saying. You find a woman that got brains. You know what I'm saying?
No, and I remember she called me. I was at my desk. I was working at Washington High School at the time, and she called me like, "Hey, I think I'm on to apply to go to Harvard."
Mm-hmm.
So I heard God say, "Clear as day, Berklee." And at that point in time, I'm thinking Berklee is in California, not knowing that it was in Boston. So I typed it up. It was only 3 miles away. So I was like, let's do it. And the rest is history.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at that point in time, I felt in my career here, what I was doing, I just wanted more and just leave and see what's out there. Because I knew if it didn't work, I could always come back.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel like you kept hitting like a plateau? Like you was successful in your own way, but you kept hitting like this same level to where you couldn't, you know what I'm saying, elevate or what?
I felt for me, when I worked at Washington, I would say there's a resource officer named Anthony Pearson. Shout outs to Pearson. But he ran this thing for the young black men at Washington, and their saying is what they see is what they will be.
Mm-hmm.
So I felt like what I was seeing was like a lot of amazing musicians like playing in church, but there wasn't too many that like kind of broke through and kind of expanded. Some did, but it was a lot that was still here. So I felt like I wanted to go in a place where I was forced to get uncomfortable so that I would grow.
Mm-hmm. And I feel like you got to be uncomfortable to grow. You know what I'm saying? Like as soon as you get comfortable, that's when, you know what I'm saying, that's when stuff starts to fall apart. You know what I'm saying? You can't never be too comfortable. And how could I put it? I feel like being around you, I've seen a lot of great musicians, you know what I'm saying? And you're right, they still are in this area. Not saying that they're not doing their thing, traveling and different stuff like that, but it's like, it seemed like, man, y'all good enough to be somewhere else. You know what I'm saying?
And to piggyback on what you said, there is some amazing musicians here that are really, really putting in work. Brent Easton is on tour with what is October London now,
Mm-hmm.
and Wally, my best friend, plays for Jennifer Hudson.
I just seen him. He was playing at this big concert though. Where was
At
that?
Notre Dame?
Yeah, you went crazy. I ain't gonna lie. The video I seen, I'm like, okay, bro, going crazy.
So I mean, like, it could be done here. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Because I feel like when I went to Berklee, I would hear people play, and I was like, it's people at the crib that could, you know what I mean?
Way better than you.
Yeah. So I just felt for my journey that I just wanted to go to Berklee.
Mm.
You know what I mean? I don't think that at that juncture, my talent was good enough to make it on that stage that they're on. So I just had to take a different path.
What was the hardest transition for you? And I got a double pounded question. So, and was there a professor or anybody who helped guide you through? You know what I'm saying, to make you, well, I should say, to put you in a position that you in, or kind of made it easier for you.
Well, I'll start with the first part of that. The hardest thing for me was leaving comfortable, if that makes sense. Like, here was comfortable. She was a principal. Carmen was a principal. I worked at a high school. I played at a church that I was at for over 10 years. And we were just living comfortable. And we felt that there was more out there. And we felt the more that we desired was not here. So, God, the way God set things up, He made it easy for us to leave. Like, I loved my car. You know, I've always wanted that Camaro, but it was easy to let it go because I'm like, I'm letting this go to get something better. And so yeah, we put our house on the market, and we was like, God, if it's meant to be, we don't want to struggle with selling our house. Our house was on the market for 24 hours, and we had 3 offers. So then we really knew it's time to go.
Man, you can't play with God now. You ask him something, he gonna tell you.
Yeah. But what I can say, moving to Boston, my first year was not a cakewalk. I hated it because it was different. We lived in an apartment when you used to living in a big old house. We shared a car. You know, the people weren't as nice. So my first year was really difficult, and not being here, you know, with your mom going through her sickness and being so far away, that was really difficult for me because my first year there, I wasn't in school. Carmen was at Harvard, but I hadn't even auditioned to get into Berkeley. So that transition, I just kept on pushing through and coming back to Indiana every 3 months or whatever. But after that year, I finally let go and just embraced the journey, and then everything took off from there.
Yeah, because I ain't gonna lie, I don't know if you remember, you probably do, but I remember when you was at my crib, my mom was sick, and you like, man, I don't even know if this is what you know what I'm saying? You like, I don't even know if I want to even do Berkeley and all this difference. I'm like, man, that's crazy, but it's because life just takes its turns and tugs you every which way, you know what I'm saying? But I felt like you had that focus to where it's like, look, I came out here for a reason. I'm not gonna squander my opportunity. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. And change is hard. Change is hard. I mean, I had been in Indiana, Michiana area like all my life, all my friends, all my memories, and to go somewhere and just to start over was difficult at first, but it was necessary. It was necessary because the growth and the connections that I've made, I wouldn't have made that unless I took that leap.
So is the connections you made what led you to start your own band, or was that already something that you wanted to do from the jump? That was a goal that you had?
I would think for me, I had to leave my normal to go there because I had never played in a club or played in a bar or any of that stuff. Because at that juncture, I felt like I can only play in church. So leaving that mindset and, you know, moving into Boston, I started making connections at school, and people would call me for gigs. And it was a guy I worked with that called me for a gig. I played the gig. They hired me on. I played for them for a year, and that opened the door for something else. So it's like connections are huge. And what my saying is, make a friend before you need them. You know what I mean? Like, make those connections, network if possible, and just build those rapport with people. And they be like, hey, yo, I remember Kenny. He cool. I need somebody to shoot this. They'll think of you. To the networking piece, there's different levels to network because, you know, Kenny, I'm a people person that don't like people. And that's like real. I love people, but if I see a person in the mall that I'm not like good friends with, 9 times
I'm
out
gonna
of
walk
10,
right by you.
I'm gonna walk the other way. You know what I mean? But for me, with the favor that I got with people and my professors, that it was the way I made them feel and the respect that I had for them that made them remember me. Even more so from being from behind the drums, it was more so like,
come on, you good?
Come on in.
Go ahead.
You good?
Little toes, come on now.
Nah, but I think even with networking, being a good person is more important because they may not remember your name, but they remember how you made them feel in that setting, if that makes sense.
Man, look, when we walked in, you went to take your exam. I went and sat down. They like, what up, Herschel? What up, Herschel? I'm like, man, this nigga own Berkeley or something? Everybody talking to him. I ain't good. Even like, I think we was even pulling out, like we was walking to the car after your graduation. Herschel! I'm like, they know, bro, out here.
I mean, and I was an old man.
I'm Kenny. Hey, what up?
I was an old man on campus too. I was a non-traditional student, so naturally they would gravitate to me. But I'm thankful for those experiences that I had there. I've learned a lot.
Man, what I thought it was cool is like when you was like kind of like when you was saying like, oh, I'm gonna take you and Uncle Jeremy through campus. I'd have been to every campus out Michigan. I'm Central. I've been everywhere in this area, Western, Grand Valley, all that, from friends playing colleges and stuff. But this campus ain't the same as a regular campus. we walking through the city. He go to a random door. Like, come on. I'm like, what you mean? We in the back alley. What are you talking about? This ain't campus.
Boston is totally different, and Berkeley has about 3 or 4 buildings. But in between those buildings, you'll see everything from 7-Elevens and everything like that. So that was different too, because I'm used to seeing Notre Dame and this prestige or whatever. But yeah, we had fun. Had fun.
I feel like it made it unique. We walk in this little back thing. They got 12 drum sets in one little thing. It's 10 niggas playing the drums right now. I'm like, what? Then we walk straight through. Now it's a spot where they can be having a concert. I'm like, man, how is this even in the building? What is y'all doing?
It's very unique. And it took for you and Jeremy and Crystal to come for my graduation. And I remember a conversation that Jeremy had with me, and he asked me how I felt. And I was like, I don't know how I feel. You know what I mean? Like, I grind like 3 years nonstop, summer, spring, fall for 3 years. Burying my sister exactly 3 weeks before I started school. So those 3 years was depressing, taking 11 classes a semester sometimes just to get through. So when I got to the end, I felt like kind of empty, like, oh, it's all over. Like, what's next? And the thing that Jeremy said, he was like, man, you have to take time and just breathe this air. Like, you just graduated from, some people say it's the #1 music school in the world.
It's prestigious.
Between there and Juilliard. So
let's start there, man. He trying to talk down about Berkeley. Hey, if y'all see this, make sure y'all get on him, because he acting like y'all ain't stuff out there.
I mean, I'm being biased because I graduated from Berkeley.
You gotta be. I'm a Michigan fan. We the best team in America.
But if you Google top music schools, it'll be Juilliard or Berkeley. But it is a big deal to be able to graduate and persevere through all that. So when he brought that to my attention, and I was just like, wow. Speaking
of like having a big brother, like how is it having a big brother and him being able to kind of like tell you certain stuff or be able to mentor you in certain ways? Like, cause I'm an only child. You know what I'm saying? I be talking to myself. You know?
Yeah, I hear that. I think for me, ever since I was super young, Jeremy, that's my oldest brother, only brother really. He got a job and was like doing a paper route, and he would give me and your mom like allowance. So he was that father figure from jump. And when my mom passed when I was 23, your mom took those shoes over. So it's like, even though your mom was 1 year older than me, my brother's 2 years older, they were still like mom and pops. So when Jeremy came down probably about 4 months ago, for the debut of my band that I had, and he actually sung and was a part of that, it was like
full circle moment,
a very proud moment. Like, I'm able to call you and have you be part of this special moment for me, you know. So it was, you know, it was great. He's very protective. And he's very wise. So
the short people are always protective. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They always got that extra that chip on their shoulder with the dip on the other side. But I feel like you being so close to my mom would led us to have the relationship that we have. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I would always be over there. Like, one of the memories I'll never forget is my mom was in Honduras. She on a mission trip. And man, we just doing whatever I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? We kicking it. He taking me out to eat. That's when I first found out about Bang Bang Shrimp from Bonefish Grill. Man, I thought that was the hottest thing smoking. I went back to school like, man, y'all ain't never had this. But I also did go back to school with a woogie on my eye. Let's start there. So we, you know, I thought I was going to the league in every sport I played in. You couldn't tell me nothing. And it was baseball season. So we go to a little park. We playing home run derby. He being nice to me. He throwing it underhand. I'm smacking them things. You know, I'm talking crazy. He like, cause I'm throwing it overhand trying so he don't hit it. We playing with a tennis ball. You know what I'm saying? He mess around and get irritated like, nah, he ain't better than me. He like, throw it underhand like I throw it to you. Man, look, we ain't had no glove, nothing. I threw it underhand. I feel like as soon as I threw it, I knew what time it was. He hit that mug so hard, he cranked it. Wow, that man hit me in my eye. Man, I couldn't even move. It hit me so fast. That's exactly what happened. He's like, man, stop crying. It ain't that bad. Stay. My eye was, we were 2 blocks away. My eye was, man, looked like a Tom and Jerry knot. I had to go. I couldn't even put on my sunglasses for practice that day. My whole, man, look, I couldn't even catch a fly ball. I never forget that. I probably should have got a tennis ball sponsorship from there. I probably had spotting on my eyelid.
No, you were good in every sport that you played, but a little backstory to that. I remember when you were 3 or 4, and you had a little Fisher Price toy that if you step on it, the ball pops up.
Oh, I remember that.
And you would swing and hit it. And I'm not lying. He was like 3 or 4, and he's stumping on this thing, and he's hitting the ball on top of the neighbor's roof at 3 or 4, and I'm not exaggerating. So when we doing a home run derby, I'm like, hey, bro, I can't sit up here and let you go home saying that you smashing me in this home run derby. So when you threw it underhand, that was my chance to swing for the fences. And
you were supposed to swing up and under. He swung.
I didn't play baseball, but I knew I wasn't going to allow you outshine me. So I was just trying to make some contact because I ain't even hit it when you were swinging. I mean, when you was throwing overhand, I ain't even hit it. So I was feeling some type of way.
I was trying to throw as fast as possible too. I'm throwing. I know if he make contact, he gonna hit it hard. It's a tennis ball.
So me feeling some type of way, like, man, throw it underhand, quit cheating.
Yeah, man, it's crazy because like everybody always asks me like, man, how you know South Bend so well and different stuff like that, but like not realizing I will be up there every weekend. You know what I'm saying? And if I had a chance to be over at your career, I'm there. You know what I'm saying? I ain't about to be driving around with mom and them going to every store. I'm just chilling. You know what I'm saying?
We had some good memories.
Mm-hmm. Some good memories. What y'all know about Monopoly, man?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Being around them just made me think like I ain't gonna lie. He taught me how to man, looking at the iron. He taught me how to crease my jeans, how to look good. I'll never forget this. One time I seen him. I had like a girl at my mom's crib or whatever. He walked by. I'm like, nigga, you smell good. What is that? He like, he said, I ain't gonna tell you because you're gonna have a baby if you do, right? So I'm in my cologne journey. I got all types of colognes, Dolce & Gabbana, Versace, all that, and then I get to this smell. I'm like, oh, it's that Prada. That's what that is, nigga. Because they say, look. They say a picture lasts long, but you gonna remember a smell before you remember anything. So it just brought me back to that day. And he wasn't lying. I had a baby not too long after I had that. And it's my favorite cologne to this day.
That product get you in trouble, bro.
Man, for real. It's funny because like I'm always doing when we travel and different stuff, I always bring like 4 or 5 colognes. So like before like we go out, some of my friends like, hey, what you wearing? Because they know you ain't gonna wear what I'm wearing. We ain't gonna smell the same.
That's
nigga.
law. That's law.
So they like, oh, let me grab this, let me grab that. So it just crazy. Like, so just sitting down, thinking and talking about some of these memories, just like, man, I got some of my habits and some of the stuff that I do, you know what I'm saying, from you, for real.
Yeah.
Like a big father figure and inspirational, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be moving too. You know what I'm saying? Nobody knew. You know what I'm saying? Now you know. But that was one of the reasons that helped me move. Cause I'm like, you know, I keep telling you and talking to you about moving. I know I didn't flirted with you about it, but you know what I'm saying? Pause. I flirted with the idea of moving. I didn't flirt with him. You feel me? Hey,
man.
hey, we straight round this way. But you know, I feel like it was a hard decision with me. And when you were saying like you was comfortable, that's when it resonated with me, where it was like, we just gonna make a split decision and just move. We gonna pick a day. We leaving before our lease is up. That's how bad. Let's just get it over with and let's go. You know, because I just got to a point where I was just, you know, tired of the same old, and like, over the past years, we lost so much family and lost so much different stuff. Like, I wish I could, you know what I'm saying? We could talk to them and be like, man, what do you think you could have did different? You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like everybody in our family that we lost lived how they wanted to live. You know what I'm saying? You don't know exactly when sickness or anything is going, a tragic car accident or anything will happen. And I don't want to be on my deathbed and be like, man, I wish I would have moved. I was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to live with no type of regret.
Levels to that, as far as moving. And if you think about plants, some plants can grow where you plant them right then and there, and they're very successful and they grow to be whatever kind of plants. But sometimes certain plants have to be planted somewhere else to get their full potential and to grow to what they're supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
So like you said before, some people live here and can survive and thrive and you know, be well. But then some people, they have to go somewhere else to continue that journey. So I'm proud of you. You know, it may not be easy, but if it's too easy, it's not worth having. You know what I mean? You're gonna hit some bumps in the road. You're gonna have days when you miss family here, but you just gotta keep pushing. And then I would rather for you to go, and God forbid you be like, you come back here, than for you to never go and just be like, man, I wonder what it'd been like if I would have at least tried.
I feel like when y'all come visit me, y'all gonna be like, yeah, this Kenny right here, like it's the perfect mix of everything. Like, especially where I'm gonna be at. I'm not gonna be in the straight city life, but like we could be able to get to it from like from a Berrien to South Bend type of thing. Like, I don't know, it's just the perfect agriculture. You know what I'm saying? Especially due to some of the stuff that I want to do. So I don't know. I just feel like, why not try? You know what I'm saying? I'm about to be 26. I'm pushing 30. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? I feel like I kind of made it out the gauntlet. You know, we know people that got like 5, 6, 7 kids, and you know what I'm saying? Got a whole bunch of different stuff going on. And I don't really got nothing holding me back. So it's kind of like, why not?
Yeah. I mean, I think just stay focused, learn the lessons that you're supposed to learn, and never forget your why. And I think a lot of people get caught up in the why and they search for fame or fortune. But as long as you know why, your why, and you keep that in your heart and ask God to remind you of, why am I doing this? Why are you leading me here? And if you keep that why, that'll help you stay more grounded and stay focused on your goals.
Okay. I know you got to get up out of here. And you really just said, you know what I'm saying, what I was going to ask you. Because really, at the end of the pods, I usually ask, what is something that you can lead the people with? I don't know if you got something else, but
No. I mean, I will leave the people with, find your why. Why are you doing what you're doing? When I die, I want people to be like, to say about me that first and foremost, he was a good dude. If someone is leading off as, oh man, he was a good drummer,
no, I don't want to hear
that's
that.
not a good legacy to have. You know, you shouldn't be known for people that actually know you.
Mm-hmm.
It's different. You know what I'm saying? Like, if somebody asks me about LeBron James, he's an
He a
amazing
hooper.
basketball player,
Yeah.
but I don't know him personally. But I want my friends and family to first be like, hey, yo, he was a good dude, or he was this. If someone is leading out, he's a good drummer, or something along about what I do, I feel like I'm doing something wrong. So figure out your why and just try to be a good person. You're not going to be perfect, but just try to be a good human being.
I want to say, learn to differentiate what's for you and what's not for you. You know what I'm saying? Everything that glitter ain't gold.
But sometimes you have to dive into that to know it's not for you. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think sometimes we duck and dodge lessons that we should learn. Trying to avoid those things. In those things, God is teaching you a lesson that you need to know to get to your next level.
Mm-hmm. For sure. But man, we gonna get out of here, man. We in here with HW3, Herschel Williams III. We might have something else again because we just did this off the spliff real quick. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get right to y'all, man. It's Kenny B for real, and we at the spill. You know what I'm saying? We out of here.